Hi friends and subscribers, this is Mohammed Sheikh, and from past few videos I'm working on developing a blog application using PHP and MySQL. In my last video I completed the functionality of displaying these links, like whenever user didn't get logged in, at that time I'll be displaying login and register. Okay, so when the user gets logged in, I'll be displaying like dashboard, add profile, add post and logout menu items. And also I completed making the URL secure. Okay, so in last video I also completed restricting the users from getting entered inside our dashboard without logged in. Okay, so now in this video I'll be completing of uploading a profile picture. Okay, so now you can see here this is our my actual application. Okay, so this is the normal user. Okay, so I have registered a user with a name as Nick. Okay, and this is the normal user. When the normal user registered and logged in, then he will see this default image, okay, as his profile pic. If he wants to change this image, then he has to go here and then click on add profile. Okay, and then you need to type profession. Okay, and then he will select the image. Okay, let us say okay, this one. Okay. And when I click on register, and then the profile pic will get updated. Okay, so this is what we are going to do in this video. Okay, so first what we will do, we will display a default image for the user, a normal user, and then we'll go for uploading the image, actual image. Okay, so now let's log out. Okay, so now here on the desktop you can see I have a image. Okay, this is the default image of each and every user. So whenever any user gets logged in, before updating the uploading the profile, he or she will get this profile picture. Okay, so I'll just cut it out and I will put it inside our project. Okay, our project is XAMPP, inside XAMPP htdocs, and this is our project, and we have a folder with a name as img, and I will paste it here. Okay, okay, now let's come here. Okay, so we need to display that profile picture, default profile picture on the dashboard of the user. Okay, let's make it as h1. Okay, let's save it. Okay, so now here let us come to our application which we are working. Okay, this is okay, so blog PHP blog. Okay, so this is our current application on which we are working. Okay, so now let's register. Okay, so let's register one user. Okay, now here I'm trying to register one normal user with his username, email and password. Now let's click on register. See, the user is registered now, and immediately it has taken me to the login form, and now I will log in as a normal user. Okay, so now if I go to my users table, previously I had only one record here, so now I will get 2 records. Okay, so I will make it as 0 because I want to set one as a user role for admin. Okay, so let's just change that as well. Let's go to index. Okay, here, okay, let's change it to 0. Okay, so now we have 2 records, and one of the record is for admin, which is represents by user role ID 1, user role 1, and after this, how much ever users we will be going to add, those users will be normal users, and those users will be having the user role of 0. Okay, based on this role ID we will be identifying, we will be making differentiation between normal user and admin. Okay, so now let's let's log in as a normal user. Okay, now let's log in. Okay, so here it's displaying welcome Michael Brown. Okay, so now we need to display a default profile picture which we have moved inside this img folder. Okay, this image we need to display. So for displaying we need to go to dashboard. and inside here we need to create a div with a class of row. Okay, and then enter. Okay, and let's bring it to the center. Style text align as center. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, now let's come inside this row and create one more div with a class of 12 columns. Okay, and then img image PHP. Okay, we need to give the path of the image. Okay, so here go. Okay, so we need to display this image here. Okay, so for that first we need to get the path of this image where we have stored this image. Okay, so we have stored this image inside our project's img folder, so we need to get the complete path of this image. Okay, so for getting that path we need to come here at the top. Okay, and then we need to create a variable as URL, and then we need to use a server variable. Okay, then PHP self. Okay, so now let's echo this URL. Okay, let's delete it. Okay, now it's displaying our project name and the file name. Okay, but we need only this one. Okay, so our project name. Okay, so because we need to come from our project, this is our project name, and we need to come inside this folder structure, and we need to come here till img. Okay, so what we will do, this PHP self is returning us the path till this file name, so we'll explode this complete URL, and we will get only this much. Okay, segment explode. Okay, and we'll use / as delimiter. We'll pass URL to this. Okay, and then path equals to http :/27.1. okay, and then to this we will. Okay, so before that let me just show you this as well. Print segment. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so now array 0 is having nothing, and array 1 is having PHP blog, and array index 2 is having file name. Okay, so this one. Okay, so but we need only this name of our project, which is stored inside array index 1. Okay, so let's delete this. So what we'll do, we'll just take segment of 0 and segment of 1. Okay, now / here. Okay, so now we need whatever is present inside 0 index and first index, we will get that. Okay, so let's just echo path. Now let's refresh. Okay, now I'm getting http://127.0.0.1/php blog. Okay, I'm getting the URL till my project. And now to this full URL, okay, path dot, okay, and then I will append our image folder, okay, and then the name of the our image. Okay, so the name of our image is avatar.png. okay, so now, okay, so we got the complete URL of our image. Okay, now let's just copy this and see. Okay, so this is our image which we are trying to access and display here. Okay, so now let's come back here and img search we go full URL. Okay, and then let's refresh. Okay, so now it's displaying that profile pic. Okay, now we need to bring it to the center. So now let's use a p tag. Okay, inside this style text align center, and let's put it inside this p tag. Okay, and then we need to set the size of this set the size for this image as well. For that, style width will be 100 pixel, height will be 200 pixel, and border radius will be 50%. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now our image is displaying perfectly fine. Okay, so now this is the image or the profile pic that each and every user is going to see. This can be considered as a default profile pic which each and every user will be going to see once they logged in. Okay, so this profile pic will get replaced with the uploaded profile pic once the user once the user uploaded a new profile picture. Okay, so now let's go back to our editor and let's create a file name as profile. Okay, save it, profile.php. Okay, now for this profile, I will just go to my yes, this one, index, and from here I will copy this entire thing, copy. Okay, not index, let's go to login, and from here I'll copy this entire code and I will put it here. Okay, so now let's save it. Okay, now first one is profession. Okay, we need to change the action as well. Action will be profile.php, and here profession. Okay, and then yes, same thing. Okay, I'll just copy, paste it here, type text, copy it here. Okay, and here avatar. Okay, and then here, okay, and this will be of type file. Okay, I'll save it. Okay, let's go to header. Okay, here inside this we need to change the link add profile.php, so that when user click on the add profile menu item, then we should get this page. Okay, so now let's change this profile title to add profile. Now save it, refresh. Okay, so now it's displaying add profile, and yeah, now we need to build the functionality for this form. Okay, so now half of the functionality for this is already been done, like user validation. Okay, so here we have set that, so we need to change it to profile. Okay, and then here name will be profile. Okay, add profile title should be add profile. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now here a user will be entering his or her profession, and then he or she will be selecting the his profile picture. Then they will upload that picture, and that uploaded picture will get saved inside our assets folder. In here we will create one more folder with the name as featured images. Okay, featured images. Oh no, so yes, not this one. Okay, we'll create uploads. Okay, inside this uploads folder we will be storing the user's profile picture. Okay, and we want one more folder with the name as featured images, in which we will be storing okay, so delete this. Okay, here inside assets, okay, new folder as featured images. Okay, inside this featured images folder we'll be storing the featured images for all our posts, for each and every post. Okay, so here inside this uploads we'll be storing the profile pictures of all our users. Okay, so now okay, so now let's first okay, now I am on my profile pic, and when I click on this button I'm getting registered, but still I'm logged in, but it's displaying register. Okay, that's because for this profile.php file I have not started this session. Okay, session start. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, now you can see it's displaying all these buttons. Okay, so now let's click on add profile. Okay, it's displaying like this. Okay, so we need to come here. If session is not set, okay, if the session is not set, if the username is not set, then we'll be displaying like this. Okay, see, let's click on add profile. Okay, now it's displaying add profile. Okay, now we need to create a table for storing the profiles of each and every users. Okay, his profession, his avatar, okay, and user role as well. Okay, so for that we need to go to our database. Okay, we need to create a table as profile. Okay, and we want 4 fields. Okay, okay, first one is ID, second one profession and avatar. Okay, and then we need user role. Okay, and here it will be varchar. Okay, in here 10. Okay, I want to set it as a primary key and auto incremented. Okay, now let's click on go, and we have created a table. Okay, let's click on save. Okay, now you can see we have our table is created. So now let's come back to our editor, and let's now let's come at the top and include our database configuration file, which is present inside config db.php. okay, so next, if is set $_ files avatar. Okay, so the name here, the whatever name we have given to our image. Okay, so here you can see it has to be changed to avatar. Okay, so this name we have to refer here. Okay, so and also we need to change here. Okay, we need to tell that this form is going to submit or post the data which is in multi-form. Okay, so here with this form we are trying to post text as well as image. Okay, so for that we need to mention enc type multi-part by /form data. Okay, so this tells that this particular form is going to submit the data in multiple form. Okay, both text and images. Okay, so now let's save it, and let's go to the top, and let's receive the values that user will be going to enter in the form. Profession _ post. Okay, here profession. Okay, and next we need to check. Okay, we need to check if for emptiness, if profession is not equals to empty, then echo validation passed, else. So okay, let's display a message. Okay, let's see, come here at the bottom. Okay, so here error. Okay, let's copy and put it here. Please fill all the details. Okay, now save it. Okay, now let's try to submit this empty form. Let's see what it will display. Okay, now it's displaying please fill all the details message, because we are displaying this error message, and we have formatted this message here, you can see. Okay, so since I have taken the markup from my last uploaded videos script. Okay, so for this I would just like to request you guys to watch this complete tutorial series from the beginning. Then you will get the better understanding, and you will understand better if you watch this tutorial series completely from the beginning. Okay, so now next is okay, here next. Okay, so let's okay, so this is how you can display the error messages. Okay, so now for now let's change it to message. Okay, here message as well. Okay, so now let's come here and upload. Okay, equals to 1. Okay, so now let's set this variable to 1, and we need to use create a variable as file name to store the name of the file, $_files. Okay, author and then name. Okay, then just copy, and next is file size, then should change to size. Okay, and then next is file temporary name. Okay, tmp name, and then next file type. Okay, so now we are setting all the properties of the image that we are going to upload, and here it will be type. Okay, and we need to mention or specify the target directory in which we are going to upload our file. Okay, and our target directory is assets/uploads. Okay, so here inside this uploads folder we are trying to upload the images. Okay, target directory. Okay, this one is target directory, target directory, and we also need our target file as well. Okay, so that we can get the complete target of the file as well. Okay, next target directory dot base name. Okay, and then this copy paste here. Okay, so now let's try to display or print all this data, all the details of file that we are trying to upload in an array. Okay, so let's try to display all these details so that we will get the better understanding what are all these details. Okay, first is file name. Okay, comma, next is file size, next is file temporary name, then next file type. Okay, and then next is target directory. Okay, so now let's copy this. Okay, now let's print tag. Okay, exit, print our data, save it. Okay, now let's try to upload an image. Profession, let's say PHP developer, and let's choose. Okay, let's say select this dummy picture. Okay, now I am going to add profile, so you can see all these details we are getting. Okay, so these are the properties of that image, android.jpg. okay, so the name is android.jpg, size of that image is 7115, and the temporary file name is this one. Okay, and file type, this is the type of the file is image/jpg, and this is the target directory in which I am trying to upload. Okay, so all this is the complete information of that image. Okay, now let's use check. Okay, get image size. okay, and then just put this, okay, and then file extension. Okay, we need the file, we need to get the extension of the file. Okay, so here you can see that this is our file name, but we want this extension separately as well. Okay, so let's do that. str2 lower. Okay, so we are converting the extension to lowercase. If that extension will be in uppercase, then we'll be converting that to lowercase. Okay, and explode. Okay, and then name. Okay, so let's put it here. Okay, so what we are doing is we are taking the name of the image, which is this android.jpg. okay, now in this case this image extension is in smaller case. Okay, so if this image extension is if it is in uppercase, then what we'll be doing is we'll be getting the image name. Okay, and then we'll be going to the end, and we'll going to end, and from that till that end we traverse and we reach to the point where we get this dot. Okay, so we use this dot as a delimiter. Whenever we get this dot, we will explode it, we'll cut it, and we'll get only the extension, and we'll convert that into lower uppercase, and then we store that extension here inside this file extension variable. Okay, so now let's print, let's display that file extension as well. Okay, save it, let's refresh. Okay, so now you can see it's displaying the file extension as well. Okay, so now let's comment it. Okay, now we need to set some validations like if the user tries to upload an image which is not in the image format, then we should tell them to select the appropriate image, which will be in the format of JPG, PNG or JPG. Okay, or if the user tries to upload the image which is already been uploaded, at that time as well we need to display them a message as this image is already exist. Okay, if the user is trying to upload the image which is not of the type image, at that time also we need to display them some appropriate messages. Okay, so now let's do that. Extensions equals to, okay, now we'll store the extensions inside this array. Okay, like PNG, JPG, JPEG. Okay, so we can allow only those images which have the format of JPEG, JPG and PNG. Okay, now let's start an if condition. If in array, okay, then file extension. Okay, if the extension of the file will be one of the extension from this array, then okay, if the image that user is trying to upload as a profile pic, if the extension of that image is not related to any one of this image extension, then we will display a message as message please choose the image which has the extension as JPEG, JPG, PNG. Okay, next if condition. Okay, next if the file already exists. Okay, if the uploaded file is already exists, for that we will use a target file. Okay, so we have created a target file variable, and to this we have set the name of the file. Okay, so if user is trying to upload the file which is already exist in the folder, then it will display a message as sorry, file already exist. Okay, save it. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, now let's check. Okay, now let's try to upload a file which is not of the type JPG, JPEG or PNG. So let's profession, and then let's select an image. Okay, now I'm selecting this JS file. So now let's click on add profile. It will throw an error as please choose the image which has the extension as JPEG, JPG and PNG. Okay, so now so this error is completely working. Okay, this file will also work fine. Okay, because we have not uploaded any file yet, so it will surely work. Okay, so next is if we need to check if the file which we are trying to upload is in the is an actually image file or not. Okay, so for that we'll use check false. Okay, here we have written a statement check get image size. Okay, so for and temporary name. Okay, so with that we are checking if the uploaded file is an image file or not. Okay, so if the uploaded file is not an image file, then we will give them a message file is not an image. Okay, and then now save it. Okay, let's come here, add profile. Okay, now let's try to upload an image which is upload a file which is not an image. So now let's try to upload this file. Okay, now it's displaying images. A file is not an image. Okay, so this validation is also working fine. Okay, now let's go and start uploading. Try to upload our file. Okay, so now if the message, okay, if this message is empty. Okay, if this message is empty, that means now we don't have any error. Okay, now at this point of time user is trying to upload a correct image, or which is uploading a file which is in the format of JPEG or JPG or PNG. Okay, if user has not made any errors, okay, then if everything goes correct, then we will move that file, okay, that temporary file to assets/uploads folder, and to this we will append the file name. Okay, then if everything goes right, if we doesn't have any errors while uploading the image, then we will move that image to our uploads folder. Okay, and then we need to get the URL. Okay, so let's save it. Okay, now let's refresh. Let's go to dashboard. Okay, and this one is Michael. Let's go to add profile. Okay, let's PHP. Okay, and let's click on here. Okay, and let's go to pictures. Okay, let's click on add. Okay, undefined variable message. Okay, so now it's displaying an error, but let's come here to our uploads. Okay, so now you can see image has been uploaded okay, successfully. So now let's delete it. Okay, so now what we need to do is we are successfully uploading the image to this folder. Now we need to get the path of this image and we need to save that path inside our database. Okay, so for that we will use URL equals to _server. Okay, and then HTTP referrer, and then segment. Okay, explode, we will explode it. Okay, with forward slash. Okay, and then we'll pass URL, save it. Okay, so now let's print this, go $URL. Okay, so let's comment, save it. Okay, now let's click on add profile. Okay, let's choose the image. Okay, let's click on it. Okay, it's displaying the URL like 127.0.0.1/PHP blog and profile.php. Okay, so it's returning the URL of this current page. Okay, so from this current URL we need to get only path till here. Okay, so from here HTTP to PHP blog. Okay, so now let's go back. Okay, now again let's try to save the same file. Okay, so here you can see here we have that image has been uploaded successfully. Okay, so now let's go back. Okay, let's come here and now okay, print r, save it. Okay, just click on. Okay, so now it's displaying 0 index is HTTP, index 1 is nothing again, and index 2 is 127.0.0.1, 3 is PHP blog. Okay, so we need to merge these indexes to get the URL till here, this much URL. Okay, so now let's do that. Okay, and then now path equals to $segment of 0, that is HTTP. Okay, and then to this we need to append this forward slash. Okay, and then segment of 1. Okay, and we need to copy this. Okay, segment 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now let's go the path. Okay, now save it. Now let's refresh. Okay, so now we got the URL till our project name. Okay, so now let's go further. Okay, let's get the full URL, $path dot this one. Let's copy. Okay, and then file name. Okay, save it, and full URL. Okay, now save it. Now let's see what it will return. Okay, now it's displaying the complete URL of the uploaded image. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is the image which we had uploaded. Okay, now we need to get this link, and we need to store that link inside our database table. Okay, so for that let's come here. Okay, and we also need the ID of the user, session ID. Okay, so why I'm using this ID is inside our profile table we are storing the user role as well. Okay, the user role, that means user ID. Okay, so for that we need to get the ID of the user which is currently logged in. Okay, so that's why we need to get that ID as well. Okay, so now let's SQL goes to insert into profile values. Okay, and then here profession, then avatar, and then user role. Okay, and now profession will be coming from here. Okay, and then avatar, okay, coming from here. Let's copy, put it here. Okay, and then next is ID, $ID. Okay, now next query, first dollar connection of query, dollar SQL. Will pass the query, and then if query gets executed successfully, okay, and then we will redirect the user to dashboard.php, otherwise, okay, we'll display them a message as failed to upload image. Okay, save it. Okay, now save it. Okay, let's first delete this image. Okay, now here inside our profile table right now we don't have anything. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, now let's log out. Okay, now let's log in as an admin. Okay, now let's log in as an admin. Okay, so now let's go to add profile. Okay, let's say PHP developer, and let's select the image. Okay, now let's click on add profile. Okay, it's displaying failed to upload image. Okay, it's displaying a message like that. Okay, now let us see why it showed an error that it's not a image file. Okay, so now let's try to print this query. Okay, and exit here. Okay, now let's save it and refresh. Okay, let's click on it. Okay, now it's displaying this query. Let's copy and put it here inside this SQL, and now let's click on go. Okay, now it's displaying me an error as unknown column user role in field list. Okay, user role. Okay, let's come to the structure. Okay, here now the user role, we need to change it. Okay, save it. Okay, well, let's delete it, save it. Okay, save it. Okay, now let's come back here. Okay, add profile, PHP developer, and let's choose the image. Okay, now let's click on add profile. Okay, now you can see it has redirected me to dashboard. Okay, now let's go to our profile profile table, and you can see the image path has been uploaded perfectly. Let's copy this and let's try to view that image. Okay, now we can able to view that image because that image is also uploaded to our uploads folder. Okay, now the one thing that left is, okay, so now let's come back here and let's log out. Okay, let's try to log in as a normal user. Okay, now let's log in as a normal user. Okay, so let's try to upload an image for this normal user as well. Okay, let's try to, okay, Android developer. Okay, and let's click on this profile pic and let's click on add profile. Okay, so now for both these users, both for admin and for the normal user, the profile pic has been uploaded. Okay, so the only thing left is we need to display that profile picture here on the dashboard. Okay, so for that we need to go to our dashboard page. Okay, and here we need to get that image. We need to get that image from the database. Okay, so for that let's okay, now let's include. Okay, so we have already included, I think, okay, include config/db.php. okay, and then id. Okay, we need to get the session id as well. Okay, so based on the id we will be getting the image of the user. Okay, and then id. Okay, and then query equals to select star from profile where id equals to $id. Okay, so this $id is the id of the user who is logged in. Okay, so I'm getting that id from the session. Okay, and then result equals to MySQL query. Okay, to this I'll pass connection and or query as well. Okay, or die error if, okay, if our table contains any row which satisfies this query, if MySQL I num rows result greater than 0, if our database table contains the information, then I will iterate while $row equals to MySQL I fetch assoc $result. Okay, and here I will get the ID $row ID. Let's copy. Okay, and then avatar, and then profession as well. Okay, so now let's try to, now we got the access to the uploaded image because we have fetched that data. Now let's come here, copy and put it here. Okay, now let's save it. Now let's refresh. Okay, it's displaying error. Okay, now let's echo exit. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, so select star from profile where ID equals to copy and let's put it here. Okay, okay, so this was a mistake here. Okay, so now save it, refresh. Okay, so now it's displaying that image. Now let's remove this. Let's just reverse it, save it, and here single quote. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, now if I log, now I'm logged in as a normal user. That's why it's displaying the image of the user profile pic of the user, normal user. Now let's log in, and I will log in as a admin. Okay, now let's log in as an admin. It's displaying my image. Okay, admin image. Okay, so now we also need to display the type of the user, which like admin, welcome admin, or like admin dashboard or users dashboard. Okay, so for that we need to come to the dashboard. Okay, and above this here, okay, we need to write an if condition, if $_session ID. Okay, so based on the ID I'll be displaying that message. If the logged in user will be having the ID as 1, which is admin, else, and if. Okay, then I'll be displaying a message as admin dashboard, then users dashboard. Okay, so now save it. Okay, now let's refresh. Okay, now it's displaying admin dashboard because this one is the admin. Okay, so now let's log out and try to log in as a normal user. Okay, now let's log in, now it will display users dashboard. Okay, so this is how we can upload and profile picture for normal user and for admin. Okay, so I hope you like this video, guys. I hope you got some useful information out of this video. This video was a little bit lengthier, almost or more than 1 hour of time. Okay, so I would just request you guys to watch this complete tutorial series first of all. Okay, so if you watch this each and every video of this series, then you will get better idea of entire concepts that we are discussing in this tutorial series. Okay, so if you didn't miss any of the video, then you will not get any kind of confusion or any kind of problem for developing this kind of application. Okay, so I would just request you guys to watch each and every video with full concentration and give some time to watch this video and then start building this kind of applications. Okay, so here you can see in this uploads folder, you can see both the images have been uploaded. See, and here inside this profile table also you can see both the complete path of both the images gets saved and the roles as well. Okay, so this is everything about uploading a profile picture and displaying on the dashboard. Okay, so I hope you like this video. I hope you got some useful information out of this video. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel, click on like button, share it with your friends, and I will see you guys in my next video where I'll be displaying where I'll be discussing how to create a post, how to add a post. Okay, so the way that we will discuss in our next video, and thanks for watching, guys.